Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So what we were talking about in the previous session, we're done with the web URL, right? Ma'am, is this session one? We just completed a demo session, Kumar. Okay, just a demo of intro. Okay, this is maybe it's a second, second session, second or third session. Okay, but this is demo. No need to worry. This is not actual class demo, and demo will be ending tomorrow. Okay, from Monday we're starting with the actual classes. Please plan accordingly. Okay. One second, huh? I will take my charger. So just tell me where you left in the previous session. Just anyone please confirm in the chat. Hmm. So we done with the HTTP methods, right? Web URL and HTTP methods. Correct? We are not discussed about the JSON. Correct? Hmm. Okay. I think we discussed this part, right? Okay. So what is JSON? Why exactly what is the exact purpose of the JSON? So with the very basic purpose of the JSON is to transfer the information from one system to another system. Okay. So for example, this is the client system, this is the server system. To pass the information from client to server or server to client, we are using the JSON language. Okay. And to transfer over the server, okay, if you want to communicate, we are using the JSON. Why we are using JSON? Why can't we use other languages like we have a HTML, XML, some other languages also we have, right? But why can't we use that? Because JSON is a simple language and very lightweight language. The main advantage of the JSON is it's very lightweight. Okay, it's not contains the syntax like how we use in another languages like in HTML and XML. If you want to achieve whatever we are written here, so we have to use many tags to achieve this. Okay, we have to use the tags, then only to achieve this simple code also we have to use many tags. Okay, so but compared to the HTML and all, this is using simple syntax here. Okay, and it's very lightweight. One second here. Yeah, sure, Shrikant, you can do that. But yeah, but after after actual class test, no, whatever the doubts you have, you can clear it in the class itself. Okay. Now, where okay. So it is using a simple syntax to achieve that. Okay. So easy to write and understand. It's very easy to understand as well as write also compared to other languages. And it is available in the form of key value format. Yes. See, this is my key employee ID and this is my value. This is my key and this is my value. This is my key and this is my value. Okay. So it is available in the form of key value pair. Okay. So This is the advantages of the JSON. So since it is very lightweight, since it is easy to understand and write, and it is available in the key value format, and it's a simple language, everyone are using the JSON only now to transmit the data between one application to another application or between the servers. Okay, and here since this is a very lightweight, obviously processing time also less. Okay, for example, if we are using a HTML and XML means to process that tags, to process that code only, it will take a much time. Since it is a lightweight and we are using a simple syntax here, processing time will not take a much time. If the processing time is not taking a much time, so what happens indirectly? Obviously, your performance of the application is also increases. Okay, so it is in interconnected like. Okay, so if the processing time is less, performance is also more. Okay, so if the processing time is if the for the processing time also it's taking a much time, means obviously performance will also decreases. Okay, so like that. So since it is lightweight, it increases our performance. So that's why we are using the JSON while transferring the data. Okay, so next thing, this is the different syntaxes with respect to the language. See, in the Java, if we want to define some variables or the objects, means this is how we need to create. In the XML, we have to use tags. See, to achieve this piece of code, how many tags we have used here? Opening tag of ID, opening closing tag of ID, opening tag of name and closing tag of name, opening tag of phone number and closing tag of phone number, opening tag of wife and closing tag of wife. Okay, so many tags we need to use. To process this tags itself, it will take a much time. But here just simple, just the key and the value, key and value, key and value. Okay, so to achieve this multiple elements, if you want to use the more than one phone number, means in a single line only we achieved in the JSON. But here just observe, we have written the tag and we are closing the tag. One more tag we written and we are closing it, and one more tag we are opening and we are closing it here. Okay, that all this here again we are enclosing it in one more parent tag. Okay, so just observe the complexity with respect to the this XML and object if you are comparing it with the JSON object. Okay, okay, next. Okay, so all about JSON object literally, and this is a JSON array literal, and this is a array scene object. Okay, so just observe carefully what are all the things you need to follow before creating the object in the JSON. This is in a JSON string. Okay, so here we have to, if we are defining the JSON object, we have to start with the flower bracket and we have to close with the flower bracket. Okay, so this is nothing but how to define the object inside the JSON. Okay, so how it is, just open this. I want to define the JSON object. Okay, so opening this flower bracket, okay, which means that I'm defining the JSON object. Inside this, I have to define the key value pair. Means what are the details variable I have to use, that I have to define here. What is that? Name. I'm using a name variable and I'm providing the value. And it must ensure that we have to end with the comma by one, from one value to another value. Again, one more I'm taking after the name. This is the email. Email.com. I have to end with a comma. City I'm defining here. So inside the city I'm defining. Okay. So last element, okay, last variable, no need to end with comma. Okay. Just keep it like that only. This is one object. If you want to declare one more object, again you have to end with comma here. Again you have to start here declaring that object. Like opening this, closing this. See, inside this, define this variable. Okay. This is one object and this is one object now. Let me give a name for the object now. Okay. So what is the name for the object? Details. See, while you're creating the object in a Java, we will give a object reference, right? By using that, you will be accessing it, right? So name for my object is details. Okay, this is how you need to specify. So since I am using multiple objects inside this, okay, let me create a one more object. So before creating one more object, end with a comma and create a one more object here. Remove the comma is now. Okay. So since I am containing the multiple object, now tell me, you have to speak up guys. Okay. So now tell me, just use the chat. Okay. If you want to store multiple values inside the variable, which concept I have to use? Hmm. If it is wrong, also no issues. Just interact in the session. Make use of a chat and tell me, if I want to use multiple values inside the variable, which concept I have to use. Hmm. Use string. Okay. Okay. Dictionary. Yeah. Hey, see, Java concept, guys. If I want to use a multiple values inside this, inside the variable, what I have to use? What concept of Java I have to use? Yes, that is what. Okay. Use arrays. Array concept, right? See what array is talking all about. See, for example, if you have a multiple values, instead of declaring in a multiple variables, let me declare it as an array and use it in one single variable. Okay. So that is nothing but array concept, right? So now just observe here. In this, we have a multiple object. Say this object, and this object. Okay, this is the multiple objects we have. So it's recommended to use this multiple object inside the array. Correct. So what I will do, I will enclose this in one array. How will to enclose? If I am using the square bracket and using this closing square bracket, okay, is nothing but enclosing in the array. Okay, so now my objects are present within the array. Let me give a name for my array as well. What is the name? Information. Info is my array. Name of the array. Okay, so understanding, right, how to define the this one array and how to define the object and how to define inside the object. Okay, this is what array. I have a one array naming info. Inside the array, I have several objects. So the name of the object reference is the details. Okay, so this is how to define. So if you come here now, okay, now observe carefully. JSON syntax and rules. JSON syntax is derived from the JavaScript object notation syntax. Okay, so data is in a key value pair, not a name, a key value pair. Okay, so data is in a key value frame. Obviously, let's just observe here. Data is in the key value pair. Okay, data is separated by commas. This is I've already explained while I was writing now. Okay, each data, observe here, after the one we have a comma, after the ash we have a comma, after this array we have a comma, after this true we have a comma. Okay, so data is separated by commas. Okay, and curly braces holds the object. This curly braces holds the object, and square bracket holds the array. This I've already explained here, right? While I was writing, this curly braces holds the object, and this array we are declaring is it holds the array. Okay. Okay. Now here, JSON data is written in key value pair. Okay, and value consists of a field in double quotes. Okay, so key value, whatever the key value we are specifying, it, we have to enclose it in a double quote and followed by the colon. Okay, so this one, whatever we are writing there, this is there explaining. So now the thing is, in the JSON, key must be a string written with the double quotes, and value can be the data types, which is applicable data types. Okay, which means that here name is the key, value is Harshil. Name is, email is the key, email ID whatever you're providing is the value. City is the key, and this is the value. Okay. So what we are telling in this, so this name, whatever the name we are specifying here, okay, this must be a string always. This is the interview question. Okay, this must be a string. It's not possible to apply some other data type for the name, email, and city, or any other variable we are declaring inside this. Okay, so this key value always be a string. So what is the interview question in this case? Okay, so what is the data type of the key in the JSON? What is the data type of the key in the JSON? Okay, is it possible to change the data type of the key? Okay, okay. Okay, fine, perfectly fine. Understood, right? Okay, Mrityunjay. Okay, yeah, yeah, Mrityunjay Singh, right? Yes, he is telling key value is a string, okay, and it's not possible to change. Yes, okay, fixed, okay. The key always be the string. This is the interview question, okay. What is the type of the key in the JSON? It's always a string, okay. And this value, what is the data type of the value if they ask you? So data type of the value having these many data types. See, in JSON, value must be one of the following data type. It can be a string, it can be a number, it can be a object, it can be a array, it can be a boolean, or it can be a null as well. Okay, so it can be anything. Okay, so how it will be? See, observe here down. What are the data types applicable for the, is it only string applicable for the value in JSON? For the value, Can we apply multiple data types or only the string is applicable? Hmm? Multiple data types for the value. Okay. So what are those multiple data types is? Observe here. Here for ID, I have used number. Okay. For the name, I have used the string. Okay. For the subject, I'm using the array. See, inside the subject, I'm declaring the array, opening square bracket and closing square bracket. Okay. And for the result, I'm using true. True comes under the Boolean data type. Okay. True and false comes under the Boolean. And for the some other variable, I'm using the null. Okay. And sports. For the sports, I'm declaring it with the object. How do I define this is declaring with the object? Because I'm opening with the square flower bracket and closing with the flower bracket. Okay, so when I'm doing like this, which means that this is the object. If I'm using a square bracket, means that I'm declaring a array. If I'm opening this flower bracket and closing flower bracket, means this is nothing but object. Okay, so which means that JSON key accepts only the string data type, but JSON value accepts the following data types like a string, number, object, array, boolean, null. Okay, so all this data type applicable in the JSON for the values, but for the key only the string is applicable. Okay, this much understood, right? So declaring the object, declaring the array, and how to define the array, and inside the array how to store the object, and what data type is applicable for the key, what data type is applicable for the values, and syntax, some other syntax of the JSON, like after the each and every variable we need to end with a comma. Okay, and after the key we have to specify the semicolon, and we have to start the value. Okay, so yeah, this is the key, ID is the key, and I'm provided colon and then followed by value. Okay, so key name and followed by colon and followed by value. Okay, and each and every variable we are ending with the comma here. Okay, and if it is object, start with the flower bracket. If it is a array, start with the square bracket. See, why I'm telling all these things means afterwards when you're starting API testing, by the time we have to create our own data like this when we are working with the Postman. Okay, so if you have a good knowledge on this, now only it's very simple languages. Okay, so if you learn this means by the time it's very useful us to work with those. Okay, any doubt with respect to this? Any doubt? Any doubt with respect to this? No doubt. Hmm. Any doubt with respect to how to define? How to define uh, objects, array, or some other details. Means how to define the key and value, how to end with each and every details. Okay. Mm. Okay. Okay. Same thing, guys. Same thing I have specified here. See, this is one object I'm creating. Inside the JSON string, there is a JSON object literal. They are defining a JSON object here. Okay. JSON object literals are surrounded by the curly braces. Curly braces, starting with opening curly brace, starting closing with opening curly brace. Curly braces are, we call it as a flower brace as well. Okay. JSON object literal contains the key value field. Key and value are separated by colon. Okay, that we know, right? Key must be a string, value must be a valid JSON data type. What are the data type? String data type, number data type, object. Value can be a number, value can be a string, value can be a array, value can be a boolean and null. Okay, whatever it may be. Each key value is separated by comma. Okay, fine. Okay, see this is a JSON array starting with a square bracket and ending with a square bracket. Inside the JSON string, there is a JSON array literal. Fine. Array is almost same as the array in the JavaScript. Okay, fine. Okay, and this follows the this many types: string, number, object, array, boolean, and null. Okay, so this is all about how to create a JSON object and JSON array. Okay, so which means that we completed the JSON part now. Okay, so what is JSON? What is the use of JSON? Why we are using JSON? Why can't we use HTML or XML or some other language? And how it is useful? And what is JSON object? What is JSON array? And how to define the JSON object? How to define the JSON array? What is the data type of the key in the JSON? What are the data types applicable for the values in the JSON? What are some other syntaxes that we need to follow while we are writing the or while we are creating the object inside the JSON? Okay, so all these things are the interview question. What are all the interview question and what are all required to work with the API testing? I have covered it now. Now the task is yours. If you have any doubt, just ask me. So till now what we have covered, what is web URL, how what are the parameters it contains, and inside the when we are typing some URL, what happens internally in the browser, how the request goes, how the response comes, and being a test engineer, what we need to take care when the response we are receiving the response, and after that some protocol details also we studied, right? Protocols is done. And we spoke about some HTTP methods. Okay, what are the HTTP methods available to perform the action? That also we studied. Okay, so now JSON part is also completed. Tomorrow we'll start working with the Postman tool by with the help of the HTTP methods. Okay, so we'll start working that but tomorrow is the last session, guys. Okay, for the demo and all, tomorrow is the last. Okay, from Monday, actual class only is going to start. Whoever is interested to join, please join accordingly before the Monday. Okay, from Monday link will be changing. The whoever is enrolled, those will be allowed to attend the session. Okay. Okay. Any doubt? Any doubt with respect to this? Ma'am, Postman we use only for the manual testing. Yes, we are using for that. Miss API test. If you want to perform API testing with respect to the tool, we can use a Postman. So can we learn any other tool for the automation? Yes, dear. See, we are using the Eclipse IDE to perform the automation. Okay. Eclipse IDE, with the help of the Eclipse IDE, we are performing the automation. This is what, okay, for the previous batch I started automation. Okay. So this is what we are doing it now. Same action, whatever you are doing here will be performed here with respect to the automation. Okay. Okay. Any other doubt? Clear, Ashwini? Ma'am, we'll cover the API testing. We are not focusing only on REST API. Yes, yes, dear. This is API testing course only. Okay. This is API testing course only. But before jumping into the automation, see, for the previous batch, we have started automation now. Okay. before jumping into this automation, first we will be covering a postman part, then we are jumping into the automation. So Ashwini, and one more thing, the thing is, if you want to focus only on the automation part, for the previous batch, okay, we have just started with the automation part, okay. You don't want to attend this session, means I mean to say postman related things, means, okay, just, yeah, just, call the management and connect with me. Just jump into this batch now only, because we just started this, okay. Is any pre-request for the automation? Not sure if I'm asking the right question, but REST API and web services, they are different. I will tell you what is the difference while I'm starting it, okay. I will tell you. So Ashwini, your part, okay. So if you are, you don't want to attend the manual part, I mean to say postman tool regarding that, you want to just jump into the automation part. So okay, contact to the management and just specify the name. They will connect with me, and I will inform them to add you to the 6 a.m. batch. That will be 6 a.m. Okay, 6 a.m. to 6 to 7. Soon after that batch, I'm joining your batch. Okay, so that's why there's bit delay in joining. But okay, just 5 minutes like that. Okay, so but 6 a.m. will be the one more batch. In that, we have just started the automation part. Okay, if you want to join the automation only, means you have to jump it to today itself. Okay. Mm. Is Postman used only for the manual API or automation API? No, see, for Postman is a tool, okay? So with the help of this tool, we are just performing the testing here. So this is kind of manual effort, right? See, manual and automation. How we will understand it? See, in this, we have a ready-made option here. Just we are clicking on it and we are performing it. That's all. Okay? This is not automation we are doing it here. It's a completely manual. Automation means whatever the manual you are doing here, selecting the method, okay, selecting the headers, selecting the authorization, selecting the prerequisite, and writing some piece of code here, selecting the authorization, and providing the API key here. All these things we will be achieving in the automation with the code, with the code. Okay. So here we are using the code and we are specifying. See here, for example, uh, see here, this is the header detail, means API key I'm providing here. That I'm calling the header method. Get method I'm providing the hand, and I'm performing some validation. Okay. So whatever we are doing with respect to the option here, that we are achieving here with respect to the code. Okay. This is what automation. This is what a postman. Okay. Who's that? Not sure if I'm asking. Okay, that I will cover. No issues, Shrikant. Okay. Mm. Anything else? Anything else other than this? Hmm. Quickly, guys. Anything else? Any doubts? See, this batch will be the same timing. Okay, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And first we are starting with the manual approach, then jumping into the automation, because I have to consider each and every one, right? Some people may be having a knowledge of postman or knowledge of manual approach of doing the API testing, and they don't know about the automation. So they are also there in this session. Okay, some people are very new to this concept. Maybe they are jumping from non-IT to IT, or just they were working in the manual testing and they're jumping into some backend testing. Okay, so being trainers, we have to consider each and every one and we have to go accordingly. Okay, so that's why we are starting with very basic only. Okay, whatever the things we am teaching, this web URL concept and all, very basic concept it is. Okay, so this is also, I'm giving us, some effort in this to understand you guys, because this is very important. If our basics is strong, then we can further we can uh, understand anything, right? Is there any prerequisite for automation like a Java language? Prerequisite, yes, we require Java, but no need to worry. If you don't know the Java, also fine. I'm going to teach in this course. But what are the things it's required? But yes, and also you can also learn. For example, I will be starting with the Postman tool and other concepts, right? While I'm starting with that, you start going through some Java concept. Just core Java, basic data type, variable, class declaration, method declaration. That is okay. That is fine. Okay. So and oops concept. Okay. Just so I was starting with the Postman. No? By the time you start preparing on the Java, so once completion of the Postman, again I'm teaching the Java. What are the concepts required for this course that I will be going to give a brush up. Okay, I will give a idea on those concepts. So again, you go through these concepts. Uh, that is more than enough. Okay. Hmm. Anything else, guys? Anything else? Hmm. Anything else? Anything else? Clear? Can we use any other tool? Yes, we can use. No issues. In the market, not only the Postman, okay? Not only the Postman is available, many other tools is available. But Postman is quite popular. Okay. Not only a Postman tool to perform the API testing of manual uploads, we have many other tools. But we are using Postman. Mm. Most of the people, use the Postman. Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys. Then we'll connect tomorrow. Hmm. But make sure tomorrow is the last demo. Okay. If you are interested to join, plan accordingly within the tomorrow or else within the weekend. From Monday, we are starting with the actual classes. Okay. Okay. Bye. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye bye.